the box I got it. Now the box costs extra. So the truth about the Raspberry Pi is yellow. That's what you want to see. Now upon okay. Now if you want to change the image on your Raspberry Pi for sure, now one thing I gotta mention too, if you have multiple SD cards, micro SD cards, you can do a spin around any other Raspberry Pi. So yeah, if you have multiple SD cards, it can be like a game cartridge. Like you can have a Ubuntu Mate, you could have another one with Raspberry in it. I just find that's easier than trying to dual boot and stuff. So obviously you just take that, put it in there. Now, and then I just have this thing, I got it from Bibles for Missions. This little card reader thing, and you put it in there, and just pop that in there. Plug this into your computer, and it will recognize it. Also, what I'm gonna do is I got this from my drone, my Walmart drone that I got for I don't know $60, whatever, it was a gift. Came with this nice little USB micro SD reader. So instead of having to mess around with all this, it's right on this. Now, another thing I'd like to point out is my laptop computer does have a SD slot. A lot of them do, but for whatever reason, a lot of mine aren't working properly. My luck with these laptop SD cards, they don't tend to work after a while. That's been my problem with multiple laptops I've found. But anyway, just go to the Mission Thrift Store, get one of those. Got a lot of stuff in there. This microphone here. Got that from the Mission Thrift Store. $2. Can't go wrong. First thing you want to do when you take get a program called GParted. Now, if you're using Linux Mint or Ubuntu, just go in your software sources here, software manager, and it will be in there. GParted. GParted. That's how you spell it. So you go to your device here, and I have it. The main OS was installed as an ext4, even though I formatted it as a FAT32. So I'm going to go and delete that. Should I unmount? Unmount. There we go. So let's unmount it, and then I'm going to go and delete that. I'm going to delete this too. Can I unmount it? And I'm going to delete that partition. So I got a full cleaned system here. So the full system is there. So I'm going to go with new. Oh yeah, I didn't name it. That was a problem I did earlier. Okay. So I'm just going to resize this. I'm going to move this here just to have a little room on the partitions. It's not going to use the full disk in OpenELEC. So I'm going to go to FAT32, and I'm going to label it Kodi. Just call it Kodi because I'm doing a Kodi install. Click add, and so I got the new partition here. It's going to be 12 gigabytes. That'll be more than enough for OpenELEC. And go and apply, so data will be lost. So what it's doing here, it's just doing a format of the system. All operations, save that to the root directory of I'll put today's date on June 5th. Going from the GZ file didn't seem to work. I think last time I unzipped it, but I was under the impression that I did need to do that. Anyway, I'm just going to open this with the archive manager, and I'm just going to extract it and zip it right into this folder. That's number 7, yeah. And I'm just going to unzip the OpenELEC ARM7 GZ image there. Close. Okay, and I'm going to go here, open with disk image writer, and I am going to go here to the 16 gigabyte. So it's a 575 megabyte image that will be written to the 60 gigabyte drive. and go to restore. And so there it is, writing the image to the SD card. And so this is the way generally you install a operating system for your Raspberry Pi. It's not like with a computer you just get an installation disk and install the operating system. It's a little more like just you have the image. Most of these Raspberry Pis are almost, they're all the same. So it's just you just need basically the same image will work, which is great. There we go. So I got the file system, which is 537 megabytes, and it's a FAT32 or FAT, and then the rest is just free space. So technically, if you want to use the rest of your SD card for storage or something, you can go into GParted and then just format this area here into another partition. And you'd be able to have use all this extra space for storage. But I'm just going to focus on this, and I'll worry about that later, because I just really just want to run the program off this thing here anyway. Eject the disk. There we go. I'm going to close that down.